there's no justice when a boy like Bunty Perkins can get expelled.
We, your loyal sons and daughters, sing all praise to
Praise? You think we're gonna praise this place after they kick out our roommate Bunty?
Lift your voices, sing the chorus, louder praise thy name.
Name? The only name I've been hearing is Bunty Perkins. As Dean of Men, I say that boy has to go.
Boyden, Boyden, alma mater.
Some days you just can't win. The trouble with me is that's almost every day. I'm Bunty Perkins.
Sing all praise to you.
The golden age of television presents Robert Trumbull and Kathy Reed in Boyden versus Bunty with Bert Convy and Jimmy Bates after these messages.
It's an Army surplus store. But it says here we got a third roommate. Like it couldn't all belong to him, could it?
Hi, fellas. I'm Buford Perkins.
Buford?
Oh, everybody calls me Bunty.
Glenn Lawrence. Bill Davison.
Pleased to meet you. So I hope none of my stuff's in your way.
Oh, no. Whatever gave you that idea?
My gopher traps.
Naturally.
Oh, you see, I'm sort of an inventor. I'm working on a lot of things. This gopher trap. I think I can improve it.
Like it looks pretty ferocious to me right now.
I'm wondering, do you fellas know where Bellows Hall is?
Oh, that's on the other side of the campus. Why?
It says here that I get my room and board free waiting on table at Bellows Hall.
That just happens to be the freshman girls' dorm.
Girls?
At least he's got normal reactions. Say, roommate, what's this?
Oh, I had to take the door off in order to get that in here without disturbing the transistors.
That's full of transistors?
No, it's just part of the mechanism. It's a self-contained all-transistor incubator.
Oh, once more. Slowly?
Well, you know, an incubator to make chickens.
Oh, yeah, to make chickens.
Back in the farm, if the electricity goes out, well, we can lose 500 chicks just like that. But this has got its own electrical supply built in. I'll show you. See, the eggs go in here, and then the chicks come out here. I'll start it for you. There, now it's on. Of course, I'm still working on it.
Excuse me, gentlemen. This is room 206.
I had to take the door off, sir, to get some of my things in here. I'll fix it right away.
Yes, your things. This is all yours?
Oh, yes.
Well, everyone to his own needs. I'm Mr. Hastings, your freshman advisor. Now, let's see. Room 206. We should have Glenn Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
Bill Davison.
Yes, sir.
And, you must be Buford Perkins.
Well, everyone calls me Bunty, sir.
Mm-hmm. You, have a peculiar high school record, Perkins. Excellent grades. Passed your college boards with flying colors. But your deportment, Perkins, you seem to have a predilection for trouble.
Well, the sprinkler system going off at the senior prom wasn't my fault.
Well, that's all over.
And the flag disappearing at commencement exercise.
Perkins, this is college. We're here to help you make a fresh start. Remember, gentlemen, today, Boyden builds the responsible adult of tomorrow. Did you say something, Perkins?
Not me, sir. My incubator.
Your what?
Stand back, ma'am. Should it be doing that? Boy, they Sure don't make them like this anymore.
I wonder who owns it.
Oh, some wheel, probably. Some upperclassman.
Hi.
How'd it go with the dean?
Oh, he's a nice guy. Wait till you meet him.
Like who needs it?
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, remember? I told you before, I gotta get over to Bellows Hall to wait on table. Gee, I can't be late for the first meal.
You mean this is yours?
Sure thing. High school graduation present.
No kidding.
From me to me. So I get all my stuff to college. That's the only way you can start it. What'd you do that for?
So you won't make mistake number 2.
Huh?
To get to Bellows Hall, you have to go right past Dean Gregory's office. What if he's looking out the window?
Well, so what?
So you'll be right back visiting him again. It's another rule, Bunty. Freshmen can't have cars at college.
What am I gonna do? They can't store this in the biology lab, too.
Hey, let's be practical, boys. If Bunty can't own the car, let's find an upperclassman to buy it.
Yeah, buy it. Gee, I can't sell it. Well, it's my favorite present to me.
So, okay, then we'll rent it.
Sure, like I say, rent it. I hate to think of anybody else driving it.
Oh, this is no time for sentiment. You've got to get to Bellows Hall. Go on, take my bike.
Okay, thanks.
Now all we gotta do is find an upperclassman with a raccoon coat.
Raccoon coat?
Well, sure. It's logic. Any guy with a raccoon coat has got to rent a car like this.
Up here.
Oh, you're up there.
Yes, room 284. Would you mind bringing that suitcase up for me?
This one?
No, the other one, the big one.
This one.
Yes.
Sure thing.
Gee, I'm sorry I had to call down like that, but I couldn't lift it. It's got my books and hi-fi records in it.
No trouble at all, miss. Light as a feather.
Oh, you've torn your shirt.
Oh, that's nothing. Nothing at all.
But it's my fault. You brought up my suitcase. The least I can do is sew your shirt. Go ahead, take it off.
Take it off.
I have 4 older brothers. Just take it off.
But I don't even know your name.
It's Amy Porter. Come on, take it off.
All right. Oh, I'm Bunty Perkins. I'm glad to meet you.
Hi.
I'm a freshman, too. Say, you've got pretty good components.
I beg your pardon.
I mean your tweeters and woofers.
What?
Oh, no, those are loudspeakers in your hi-fi set.
Oh. Well, I really don't know very much about it. My brothers gave it to me.
See, I could rig up another woofer on that side of the room for you.
Is that good?
Good. You'd have the highest fi on this floor.
You seem to know an awfully lot about phonographs.
An inventor has to know an awful lot about a lot of things.
You going to be an inventor?
Oh, sure. Well, ever since I was 8 years old. Well, that's when I constructed my first firecracker for the 4th of July. I've always wanted to be an inventor.
Did it explode?
Oh, sure. As a matter of fact, most of my inventions do.
All fixed.
Thanks.
Come in.
Well, Miss Porter, we missed you at lunch. Obviously, you were detained.
Lunch? I'm supposed to be waiting on table.
Well, don't hurry yourself, young man. We're now eating dessert.
Oh, care for coffee, Perkins?
No, sir. I prefer milk.
Ah, relax, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Now, Perkins, there are only 228 school days, 8 hours a day. Now, a man in my position has a great many things to do. I can't spend all my time seeing you. Do you realize that?
Yes, sir.
Now, let's get a few things clear. Freshman men do not belong in freshman girls' rooms. Now, I'm sure you have some reasonable explanation for being in Miss Porter's room with your shirt off.
Well, you see, sir,
Oh, but you've already had the mistake you were entitled to when your incubator exploded.
But, sir, I was a victim of circumstances.
Let's accept that fact. You were a victim of circumstances. And since this is the first day of school, I'm going to stretch a point. In fact, several. And let bygones be bygones. But this is it, Perkins. And as I've heard you young men say on many occasions, you have had it. Now, one more incident. The next time you are brought to my office... A genuine Winton touring car. Now, wherever did that come from?
That concludes our first biology lecture. Oh, yes. Your reading assignment will be pages 2 through 36. That's all.
Mr. Hastings?
Oh, yes, Perkins.
Sir, I've already read this text. I thought maybe you could give me something else to read.
Well, that's very commendable, Perkins. Well, let's see what we can suggest for you. What have you got there?
Some fresh eggs, sir. I thought maybe we could put them in the incubator.
No, Perkins, absolutely not. One explosion's enough.
Excuse me, Professor, but did you just have a Buford Perkins in class?
Well, that's me.
Are you the registered owner of a Winton touring car?
I guess I am.
Oh, no, Perkins, not again. You know freshmen can't have cars.
I know.
Then what are you doing with a car?
Well, I rented it, sir, to an upperclassman with a raccoon coat.
Well, he sure picked a strange place to park it. You'd better come with me. All right, everyone, out of the car. Come on. One side. Let's stand aside here. Come on, outside.
Holy smoke. Right in the administration building lawn. How'd it get here?
Who knows? We ran into that guy in the raccoon coat. The last I saw, he parked it up the hill in front of the Deke house.
Like, you know, right up that hill.
Golly, I should have told you guys, but the regular emergency brake doesn't work too well. Unless you pull a cable underneath the seat, it has a tendency to roll.
Now he tells us.
Perkins!
Yes, sir.
According to regulations, I've got to impound this vehicle at the campus police station, but I can't impound it if I can't start it. Would you mind showing me how it starts?
Right away, sir. Once you get the knack of it, it's no trouble at all. But see, if you park it on a hill, please pull this cable. Otherwise, the brake won't hold.
Perkins?
Oh, hi, Bunty.
Hi, Amy.
Want to walk to English class with me?
I'm not in English class. Matter of fact, I'm not in any class anymore.
What do you mean?
I just came from my third and last visit with Dean Gregory. Said he thought I'd be happier somewhere else, where my individual enthusiasm wouldn't get in the way. Like maybe a more progressive college. The only thing was, he didn't know whether there was one progressive enough.
But, Bunty, you haven't done one single thing bad enough to get kicked out of school.
I know, Amy. Well, that's what the dean said, too. But, well, gee, it's just the sum total of what I've done in only 2 days.
What are you going to do?
Start to pack. Get my incubator now. I'll be leaving in the morning, Amy.
Were you right?
No, You know something else?
What?
You're gonna be late for that English class. I promise, all right. Goodbye.
Oh, Bunty.
Is anything the matter, young man?
Oh, no, ma'am. I was just sitting here, sort of thinking.
Oh, the freshman quad is lovely, isn't it? I always bring Mark Antony here for his evening walk. He prefers the grass.
Mark Antony? Huh, that's a nice name for a college dog.
Why, thank you. He's very sensitive. I'd like to let him run in my garden. He does enjoy it so. But we've been having trouble lately from burrowing rodents.
Gophers?
Why, yes. They're so aggressive. They frighten Mark Antony.
Well, if you don't mind me saying so, ma'am, I think I've got just the thing to get rid of them.
You have? Well, I've tried everything, but they just keep right on outsmarting me.
Well, I know it's not right to brag, ma'am, but back in Mount View, Indiana, I was known as a gopher specialist.
You were? Well, with all your inventions and interests, you're a most unusual young man. My brother has quite a few hobbies himself. He's going to enjoy meeting you. Here we are, Mark Antony. Come on. Now, you just make yourself right at home, and I'll go get my brother. Here.
Gee, Mark Antony, I didn't realize how much you remind me of my dog. His name's Darwin. Gee, maybe going home won't be so bad after all.
And here's the young man who's going to catch all our rodents.
Gregory!
Oh, for heaven's sake, Perkins, sit down.
Howard, you know this young man?
We've met on occasion.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yes. Well, Helen, why don't you go and bring us some coffee, eh? Oh, yes, and a glass of milk for Perkins. At ease. I wish I knew what to make of you, Perkins. This spontaneous gesture to help a woman you didn't even know. It certainly shows a lot of... Excuse me? Yes?
We hate to bother you at this hour, sir, but it's an emergency. I'm Glenn Lawrence, and this is Bill Davison. And we have a roommate named Bunty Perkins.
Oh, yes, Mr. Perkins. Like there's justice and injustice, Dean. What I mean is you're kicking him out for something we did.
What Bill means is we rented that car, but Bunty didn't even want us to tell you about it.
Well, this is very interesting, gentlemen. Why don't you both come in and join us some coffee?
Dean Gregory!
Yes?
I'm Amy Porter, freshman, Bellows Hall, and I'm here to speak on behalf of a much maligned student. He's been very unjustly accused and...
Buford Perkins?
Yes. How did you know?
Well, that seems to be the order of the night. Well, why don't you join the others for coffee, Miss Porter?
The others?
Yes, in the living room.
Oh, Dean Gregory! I've got to talk to you, sir. It's about the Perkins boy.
Of course, who else?
I had a chance to thoroughly examine that incubator today before Perkins took it back to his room. It has great possibilities. Despite the boy's peculiarities, it seems a shame to lose a potential first-rate scientific mind. I, for one, would be willing to let bygones be bygones.
Well, you're just in time, Trevor. I have a whole bevy of Perkins rooters in my living room now. Yes, come in, man. Come in. Quick. Well, Perkins, I can't overlook the amount of people who have come to your defense. Your continued presence on campus seems to be important to all of them. So under the circumstances, I'm going to reverse my decision and give you a further probationary period.
Great, huh?
I've really found friends here at school. I want to thank the dean for this reprieve. I mean, probation. But there's one more thing, Dean Gregory.
Yes?
Well, while I was taking my last walk around campus, I went by the administration building and Bellows Hall and the football field and even the campus police station.
Yes?
Gee, I hate to bring it up at a time like this, but I think somebody's stolen my car.
But, Perkins, that's preposterous. Who would want an old Winton touring car?
I think I know who the culprit is.
You do?
Yes, follow me, Perkins.
Oh, Bunty.
taking them?
Like, who knows?
More cookies?
So I asked McGuire to leave your car in my garage until you needed it. Oh, Winton touring car is a collector's item.
Gee.
You see, Perkins? Old cars are my favorite hobby.
You can certainly see that, sir.
You have no idea how excited I've been just looking that one over. So the most sensible thing seems to be for me to rent your car.
Oh, yes, sir. You're absolutely right, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
Oh, you're real Boyden, Perkins. Real Boyden. It's been a most eventful evening. Good night, boys.
Good night, Dean.
Good night. Well, good night, Trevor.
Oh, Dean, I've got to get that incubator.
So you see, Mrs. Biggs, I'll be over tomorrow and set those traps for you. See? There's your gopher.
Isn't that wonderful? Do it again.
Sure, do it again, Bunty.
Okay.
And good night to you, Perkins.
Good night, Dean.
There must be some way I can get a 4-year leave of absence.
Next on A&E, it's hot comedy served up at the Good Time Cafe with the spontaneous antics of Comedy Underground and host Bill Rafferty.